Hi, I'm Joey Mariani. I'm playing with the Caylin Costello band.
What is your favorite part about playing live music?
I think it's just like that connection that you make with the listeners. Like when they're locked in, I feel like it just makes me play better as like a musician. Yeah, it's just the energy. I love it.
What was your first time like up on stage?
Oh, I was absolutely terrified. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I guess it was just a bunch of people looking at me, and like there's a little bit of pressure to come with it. But over time, I kind of got used to it.
Do you remember any hardships you've ever had, and how did you overcome them?
Hardships.
Something that got you down.
Yeah. Well, I guess like growing up was like a little bit rough, but what made it like great was I had a good family and friends. We all kind of helped each other out and whatnot, push through the hard times.
What is your favorite song to play from your own album?
We have this song, and it's just like a long like psychedelic punk jam called "Floating Out of My Skin." At least with my other band that we play. I think when it comes to Caylin Costello, my favorite's probably. Actually, is it okay to swear on it? Okay, "You're a Little Bitch" is definitely my favorite to play.
How does that song make you feel?
It gets me amped up, honestly.
What is it like when a fan comes up to you after the show and is like, I love your music, I love what you do, and I want to chase music myself?
Honestly, it warms my heart. I'm a big supporter, and I feel like everybody should at least try music. You don't have to go instantly up onto a stage in front of a bunch of people to play. I spent most of my life just doing it casually, on my own for fun.
Where do you hate this journey takes you?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if people still enjoy the music that I'm playing, like that's really the journey in itself for me.
One piece of advice you can give to anybody that you throughout your life?
I guess try not to be too hard on yourself. You'll realize that I guess other people aren't going to judge you that hard. I appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Caylin, and I'm the singer of Caylin Costello Band.
How did the journey start for you?
Okay, so the journey started since I could talk, really. My younger sister, Ava, and I used to sing, like, ever since we could talk. We'd watch American Idol and, like, pretend we were on American Idol in our living room. And then I started playing guitar when I was 12. My uncle taught me The House of the Rising Sun, and he taught me it wrong. And there was this bar in our town, and they were just sitting there, and they're like, called my mom. They're like, bring Caylin down to this bar. There's no one here, and they're running an open mic. So I played House of the Rising Sun. I completely messed up, forgot the words to the song, like literally stopped and was like, wait, what are the words again? And no one helped me, but they made me go back every week, and I played the same song every week for a whole year, and then started learning more songs, and here we are.
What does it feel like to be up on stage and to see people in front of you and something?
It's a surreal feeling, especially like one of the best feelings is when you release your original music, or you haven't even released it yet, and the people in front of you are singing the songs. A lot of our songs, or songs that I've written, are they're deep. They have messages. There's a song "Wasted" in particular that is like a favorite that I see a lot of people singing, and it's hits hard. I see a lot of people crying to it and singing to it, and I hope it sends the right message. And then we have a lot of songs about breakups and stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, it's nice to see people get their anger out, but in like a healthy way, dancing and singing.
What has been a hardship that you've overcome, and how did you overcome it in the journey of your industry, your journey in music?
A hardship for me is writing music is my coping mechanism, and so sometimes sharing my songs are hard for me to do because they're very personal. I get like worried about how somebody or some people like may perceive it or take the songs. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, releasing the harder songs that are, you know, like harder to sing about and talk about are the ones that have made the biggest difference to people. Like I played Wasted, and there's been like multiple people that have come up after a show that I didn't know and say that they threw away all their alcohol, or like that they're, you know, newly sober, or because they heard that song that they, you know, want to just have a new life and, you know, get custody of their daughter again. I've heard that one. So it's like hard to release these songs because I just get worried about how some people will perceive them, or like how they sound, because they're just so personal. But I think at the end of the day, like those are the ones that do like help people the most.
What is your favorite song in your album?
My favorite song is You're a Little Bitch, but it's not because I'm mean or anything. I just like really love the instrumentals in it. I love how fun it is. I love that the whole band can like, you know, jump around on stage and just have a fun time. And it's a rage song, so it's nice to just like, you know, get everything in and then release it with that song. It's my favorite one.
Now, did you write that song?
Yeah, it was a group effort. So I wrote the, you know, chords and the lyrics, but ultimately, like when I brought it to the band, they're a lot better at guitar than me. So they made it cool. Like they added all the cool parts to it.
How did you feel writing that song? How did it reflect on you when you put that song to music?
Well, I hope no one thinks I'm that mean, but when I wrote the song, I was really upset. I called my dad, and he was like, Caylin, just write a song. And I literally wrote it in 15 minutes. And I was like, wait, this can actually be a banger. But I think people really like the song. I think they have a lot of fun listening to it.
Is there any piece of life advice you can give out to somebody out there to follow their own dreams they can follow yours?
Yes. I would say, you know, I've been a full-time musician for 3 years now. Something that has kept me here is I run an open mic once a week, and like seeing people play for their first time and be so nervous and like doubting themselves and be super anxious to like, you know, a couple months down the line, they're starting to like get really confident. Just like take that leap of faith, even though it's scary, because it's always going to be worth it. And even if you mess up, even if you fail, like do it again. I mess up, I'm not even kidding, like at least 4 times every time I play, but no one notices. Like no one notices but yourself. You're your worst critic, and what you have to offer is like worth way more than like how you feel being scared and holding it in. So just do what you want to do, even if you're scared doing it. Channel your anxiety into excitement. It's hard, but it's possible. And yeah, just get after your dreams. Thank you.
I'm Sandy.
And what band are you with, Sandy?
The Caylin Costello band.
What has it been like to be with the band and be up on stage and see people show up to hear your music?
It's been exciting, and yeah, we've progressed a lot and sort of evolved, and I think that the fans and stuff have evolved with us a little bit too, and like our sound is always kind of changing, but getting bigger and better, I think. So
Now, your instrument you play, that's a little bit different. I haven't seen many like that. What is that, a special guitar, or what is?
oh yeah, well, so usually I play saxophone, and I play the Steinberger, which I got this summer, but I'll just sling that behind me while I play the saxophone, and then I'll bring it back when I'll like unclip it, my sax, and then play the guitar. So I needed a guitar that was a little smaller, so it wouldn't like hit the guy next to me if I was spinning it around. But yeah, it's just kind of like, it's sort of like a shred guitar. And yeah, actually, yeah, Jimmy from We on Trout was talking about the Steinberger, that it was a sweet shred guitar, so that was kind of a little shout out. That's why I got it.
What started your music career? Like, what led you to here?
What really led me to here was picking up the saxophone when, like, at only a few years ago, and then pretending I knew what I was doing, and then playing with a bunch of bands and just kind of just getting up there, even though I didn't really know what I was doing, and still kind of don't know what I'm doing sometimes. That's what got me in, and then guitar too, which is I think I'm better at guitar than saxophone, but there's less saxophone players, so that was kind of my ticket in to getting in, and I've gotten better. So, I mean, you don't need a lot. Just nice little tasteful horns are good, you know?
What has been a hardship in this journey for you, and how have you overcome it?
There's a lot of hardships, I think. Just life and all the curveballs and just unpredictable things that'll happen, and finding your people, finding the right people that will work with you and understand you and vibe with you better and communicate well. That's always been the thing. So it's good to have the right people, wholesome people. That's been.
What is one piece of life advice that you use throughout your life that you can pass on to someone else that may help? One of the most memorable moments you've lived in this journey. Something that when people were like, "What do you do for a living?" and you're like, "A musician," and like this is the first memory that pops in your head that is a fond moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think that playing on the main stage at Wormtown was a pretty memorable thing for me. That was pretty cool.
What was that like?
It was just I'd never been on that big of a stage before, with like that much lights and like monitors and like such a high production value thing. So that was pretty exciting to that big of an audience.
That stage, the first 10 seconds you were out there, what was racing through your mind? Were you nervous that there were 10,000 people looking back at you? Were you excited?
Yeah, I was definitely nervous. I've definitely been I think I still get nervous, but it kind of goes away and I get through it. But sometimes you can probably see I'm up there and I'm like really just focused super hard because I'm trying my best here. But
one last question: what does music mean to you?
Music is something that it's something that you just can't stop doing. So it's like no matter what happens with it or where it takes you, it's just something that if it's something that you're meant to do, you don't stop, whether it takes you one place or another. It just is. You have to do it.
Well, thank you very much for sitting down.
All right, thank you.
I'm Nick Mariani. I played drums in the Caylin Costello band.
What has the journey of music been like for you? Where did it all start?
So I started playing drums when I was 2 years old. My dad kind of played music a lot, so I was always just surrounded by it my whole life. So it kind of just came from that.
What has the journey been like? Any hardships, and how have you overcome them?
I would say not so much with the Caylin Costello band, but with other projects that I've been in, it's definitely hard finding the right people. But I've been blessed with the Caylin Costello band, and they're all amazing people, so yeah.
What is it like for you being up on stage and seeing people that show up to enjoy your music?
It's kind of crazy. Everything kind of moved really fast, and we kind of built this little community around us of people that come to see us, and it's crazy.
What does it feel like when somebody comes up to you that you've never met before and is like, your music has changed my life?
Honestly, it means the world to me, and I know it does for the rest of the band as well, but it's one of the best feelings you can get for sure.
Where do you hope this journey takes you?
I mean, hopefully we'll be at the point where we're selling out stadiums and living the dream life.
Do you think you will ever miss playing small events and festivals like this when you're a huge headliner playing stadiums?
I definitely feel like, you'll miss the intimacy of the smaller shows, but at that point, nothing will beat a stadium singing all your songs and all that.
What is one piece of life advice you could give out?
Oh, God. Live life to the fullest, don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks, and just do whatever you feel like doing.
All right, and why do you love music?
I've just been around it my entire life, and it's kind of just always stuck with me, and no matter where I've gone in my life, I've always somehow drifted back into music.